Hello and welcome back to my lesson series. This is where we left last time. Anchor tag. I told you last time they can be internal tags or internal links or external links. Then we moved on to the image tag, which is quite important. Image. Image is quite important. If you visit any website, for example, if I go to again maybe duragarages.com. If I visit that website, if you can see there are sliders running here, there is a logo, there's a person's photo, cars, and we have more sort of photos coming up and text, and then we have a video and lots of things. But images, as you can see, are quite important, and you should know as a developer how to add an image on a website. First of all, before I tell you what is an image, how to add an image. Obviously you know what is an image. To add an image you need a HTML tag called image. Good thing about Sublime is, as I initially told, is if you know the basic commands of HTML and short keys in Sublime, if for example, as you can see, if I write img and type tab, sorry, so it creates image sort of tag for me. So now this image tag is basically very simple. You write angle within angle brackets, you write img and then the source of image. This source is an attribute. I have a dedicated video tutorial about the attributes of the HTML elements, but for now this attribute of the image source, this attribute defines where is this image file sitting on this computer or maybe anywhere. When I say anywhere, if you go to any website, for example, if I go to this Jira website, by the way, this is also one of my created website. I designed this in end of 2015 or 14, can't exactly remember, but this is my website I created for a company. So if what I was gonna do is copy an image. So if I copy this photo, if I just click on that, copy the image address from here and provide that image address in the image tag, we should get that photo onto our page, which is this one. As you can see, that photo is coming onto the page. But if you want to save a copy of this photo, I'm not going to use this photo as because of the copyright issues. We can't really use these photos. I'll go into my own website, legendscloud.co.uk, and what I will do is download any photo. There is another way you can store the photos, which is most of the time you are going to do. This is a bad way, quickly to explain. I just told you how you can quickly copy a link of a photo. But if you want to use photos in a website, you will obviously save the photos in a folder first. So what I will do is, you can just drop in this folder, but I would always recommend you to create a separate folder for all the images and photos or all the media. Excuse me. So you can call it anything, that folder. So I'm creating images folder and I'm going to save one of the Google photo. Let's say I'm gonna save Porsche car, maybe not 911, some other Meccano. That white one, nice. Let's just save that photo, and it's already taking me to the images folder, but I'm not going on to that one. I'm going to find the folder. It's important that you have to save the folder image into the right folder, otherwise you cannot provide the link into the source, the path of the file. So my site, and that was a folder I created, and this is very long sort of name. I don't want that much long name because it's not easy to type unless I copy the whole name. So I'm gonna call it my photo dot png, sorry, dot jpg. This is important to remember. Every photo you add onto your HTML document must have an extension, valid extension. It's going to have any extension. Some photos are PNG, some are JPEG. Some people create some animations in GIF files and or SVG files, or there are so many formats these days graphic designers create. So this photo is JPEG. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna remember the name of the photo. I would say you can copy that whole with the extension, and you can paste as it is, or you can type as whatever you prefer. So what you can do is you can go back to your source and you can provide images, which is the folder name within this folder, and you provide the name of the photo, my photo dot JPEG, JPG. So if you write something else, for example 0 to the 90 or whatever, this is not going to work. So because we are not following the right path and the name and extension of the photo. So if I go back now onto my web page, which is, I'm going to close this. So if I go back, now we should have this white car, and which is already here. So this folder, now this photo is coming from the local directory rather than the external link. Another thing is quite important about the images. You got the name and extension. You can provide the attributes with the images as well. As I said, that href was attribute, source was attribute, but you can provide some of the attributes, like some people want image to go on to with a very specific size, so you can call it 100 pixel, and you can call the height. This is gonna be a very tiny little photo if I make 100 pixel, because 100 pixel is not a big number. So if you see, this is gonna make the photo very small. You can provide little attributes here, borders, and the whole span or space, or I'll cover the attributes as I said in the initial lesson. Now this is the way you add photos onto the page. What's next? Next thing in the list is the buttons. How you create buttons is very simple, easy. You can create, you've probably seen these buttons. For example, if you type button, and this is my new button. So if you create that, save, and go back and refresh your page, you can see we have created a very nice, lovely, clickable button. When we have a JavaScript knowledge, we can attach some function with that. When you click that button, it pops up some message or something, but we can cover that later. For now, you should know how you can create button in your page. Next thing is lists, which is quite important. Lists are, if I add a few breaks here, remember this is the toolkit. I'm telling you how to add a photo or list or button or links or these things. you know After we have all that knowledge, we will create a lovely project. We will create a real working website by using all these little elements. So don't get bored, or if you feel it's a bit boring to just keep adding tags, or this is not quite interesting stuff. But keep in mind, we going to cover all the basics of HTML, and then we will be in the position to make some lovely project. So I was going to cover the lists. Before I tell you about lists are basically, there are two types of lists. One is ordered lists, and the other one is unordered list. unordered lists. These are basically one comes with the, you can assign numbering or alphabet or any alphabetical order or numerical order, or some comes with the bullets or static or anything. So how you create the list on your page is very simple, straightforward. You write ul and tab, and this is gonna, Sublime is gonna create ul for you. This means the ul means unordered list, and every list has a line item in it. So I can write something, something goes here as the first line item, and we can create, for example, more line items. You can copy and paste the line items, more and more line items. You can obviously change the text first, second, third, fourth, but this is how you create lists. So if you go back on your page, as you can see these little dots coming as a bullet points here, so this has created a list for you. Same sort of thing if you just change the above code to, for example, I'm just copying and pasting to save the time. So if I just create to OL, this is going to generate a ordered list now. So as you can see, now our list is ordered list. Not only this, you can create even nested ifs as well. For example, that's the reason I put in the next slide as well. You can create lists within the lists. What I will suggest is you can think how to do that, as take that as a challenge, and if you can do that, that will be great. If you can't, just ask me in the comment box and I'll tell you how you create that. So nesting is quite important as well. In some cases you have to do the nesting lists within the lists and stuff, when we especially make the drop downs and sub menus and stuff. The last thing is the list styles. Like if we make lists, we style them. If there is a, this is the ordered list and coming with the numbers, can I change this to for example the alphabetical order? So if I just type, for example, type is equal to maybe A, this is now going to start the counter with A, B, C, D, and E. So similarly, you can provide the Roman numbers or small alphabets, or you can check online like what options are available. I'll let you explore the word. So this was the last thing in today's lesson. There is so much more to discuss and cover. So what I will do is I'll pause this video here and I'll come back with another video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. And I forgot to tell in all last videos, one thing is, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get updates and new videos, notifications when I upload new updates. Thank you very much.